on EA Sports. And we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
From the home of many a title run and one of the NFL's most successful franchises, you're looking live at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as the default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And we're off and running from Gillette. Antonio Gibson now to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. So out come the Patriots, ready for their first possession. Leading them out, someone with a big arm and a field general's mindset, Drake May.
Drake entered the league as a top 5 pick because he checks a lot of boxes. Just the way you want him. Tall, athletic, great arm. 1 year at North Carolina, put on an absolute show. And yeah, his second year as a starter took a little bit of a beating and some question whether or not he was still a top 5 pick. The ability, there's no question there. It is now the consistency in taking care of the football that will be a big part of Drake's career.
First down throw for May. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. A good defensive play breaks that one up. And that'll bring up second down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get two hands on it the next time.
Back to the air. It's May. Catches May down the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Option headed to the left on first down. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Now the first carry of the game for Ramondre Stevenson. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. On play action, here's May. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. He'll run for the first time here with Antonio Gibson. And defenders are there to get him at the line. That's Gregory Rousseau who cleaned up that play. It goes down as a gain of nothing on the run, and now they're left with 3rd and 14.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
3rd and long for him here. On the move, headed right. He's running for it. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that, actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Fourth down's going to bring out Joey Sly and the Patriots field goal unit for the first time. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. Up and good from Joseph. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Ty Johnson now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So now the Bills will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. And leading them out, someone who's still the pride of Wyoming University and Fireball, California. One of the league's best and biggest arms, Josh Allen.
We've seen a lot of big arms come and go in the NFL. Few translate that talent, though, into stardom, quite like Josh Allen. It's fun for me on the college football road when I ask these young quarterbacks who they idolize, who they look up to, and just about every big guy that can run says the same thing, Josh Allen, because that skill set is so tantalizing. A player who can rip off a highlight reel play with the pass and just as easy with the down in just about any situation.
Caught. There's that rookie out of Florida State. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Pass complete to Cook. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Blitz coming here. Allen. Complete to Coleman. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. Oh, and they got it back. This play is still live. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Bills first down. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. First tone of the game for James Cook. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Kyle Duggar hauling him down. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
From the 23. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. Has some room to work. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills finish off their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Bass now to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Patriots offense headed out for their second drive of the game. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Gibson here from the gun. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. DeMar Hamlin getting there for the tackle. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. May. Looking slant route, complete. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Stevenson. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. From the gun, it's May. Finds him over the middle. He's got to gain a 6 there. Tackled on the play by Taylor Rapp.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Going play action, May. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
All right, it's a nickel set for the Bills. 3rd down. Here's May. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Up and good from Joseph. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Here comes the Bills offense for their second drive of the game. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Coleman with the grab. And that's good for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Juwan Bentley.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. Across the 45 and still going. And finally stopped at the 34. 35 on the pickup. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Complete to Shakir. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Marcus Jones ranging over for the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. And they send a man in motion. From the 31. Gets this to Kincaid. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Allen gonna throw again. And he scores. It's a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills take a 7-point lead in the 1st. A quick second score for him, Brock, already. And we aren't even out of this opening quarter yet.
Yeah, I think I just saw that D coordinator rip up his game plan down on the sidelines, because you got to find some new resources here. You got to dedicate more bodies, more physicality to this playmaker, because we know in this league, when you get a guy going like this, they're going to go to him until you stop him.
Bass on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills grow their lead to 8. Bass now to kick this away. Has this at the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. The Patriot offense making their return to the field. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
May now from the gun. It's complete to Hunter Henry. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
That's caught for the 1st. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
New set of downs for him from the 46. They put Bourne in motion right. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Assignments were tested, and they were ready for it defensively. That's an excellent stop at the line, and it's going to make this offense seriously question revisiting that call.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun, a give to Stevenson. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Bills territory. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
May not a throw on 3rd. Cut by Gibson. And they make the tackle at the 38. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a New England 1st down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
1st down throw for May. Completed over the middle. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, here's May. He'll get this to Henry. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. To the air yet again, May. Ramondre Stevenson makes the catch. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Ed Oliver there to make the stop.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing it again here. Complete out to the right side. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Patriots will have a 1st down. So we're through 1 quarter of this AFC East contest. Neither side separating much so far. More from Gillette Stadium in just a minute. All right, time to get this second quarter going. The Patriots set up inside the red zone. From the red zone now. Right side and into the hands of Douglas. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Second and 3 now. They'll try it right with Gibson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. A give up the middle to Stevenson. And they make a stop at the last minute. It's a gain down to the 1. First shot gets him 5. Still a couple of looks remaining. It's second and goal.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Made a throw it. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
So now, here's third and goal. May now. And they will score. It's a New England touchdown. The Patriots can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. And he hits the extra point. A little surprised they wouldn't go for 2 in the tie, but at least he made it, so the lead falls to a single point. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Return starts at the 3. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
First and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Complete to Coleman. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Back to throw now, Allen. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Again, Allen to the air. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Connects with Cook. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on first. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Kyle Duggar hauling him down. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Blitz coming here, Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets him around 6 there. Kyle Duggar hauling him down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Allen on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They get 2 on the play, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Cook runs it in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills grow the lead to 7. It's a James Cook touchdown. So this solid first half continues for them. They're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach here, Kate, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. They've come out strong. They've been the ones dictating the tempo, and as a result, they add to the scoreboard.
Bass on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills grow their lead to 8. Bass now to kick this away. On the return, here's Gibson. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideout. They just witnessed maybe the most impressive drive we've seen all game, Brock, and now they get a chance to answer with one of their own. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. On play action, here's May. Flushed out of the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
A give left side to Stevenson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. From the gun, it's May. Finds him over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
2nd and 3 now. A give up the middle to Gibson. He's going to snag a couple of yards, charging up the gut. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Buys time, rolling right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a New England 1st down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. May now from the gun. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here's May. He's got the hook up to Bourne. And he's taken down at the 30. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
They motion the tight end over. Here's the pistol snap to May. Bails out of the pocket quick. He takes it himself. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They motion the slot man right. They'll try with the wideout. And he is into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Demario Douglas with the touchdown. Well, partner, with the increased focus on receivers now in the ground game, the jet sweep, it's a weapon all 32 teams and coaches have to rely on for offense. And for the good ones, it can be a lucrative play to have ready, too.
Yeah, lucrative on the scoreboard, certainly, Caden. Don't forget about lucrative for the wallet, too. Next time his agent's at the negotiating table, he's going to be sure to bring plays up like that one and mention the value he can bring beyond the work of just catching the football.
That one right down the middle. And the Patriots could have gone for 2 in the tie, but they choose to trail by 1. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Bills back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone, but through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Tackle made by Juwan Bentley. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd and 8. Finds Kincaid. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Shakir in motion right. 1st and 10, here's Allen. Coleman with the grab. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. On 1st down, Allen. Cook calls it in. And they're going to bring him down at the 36.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Allen gonna throw again. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
They've got first down from the 31. To the air again, Allen. Connection made to Coleman. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
This is Cook on the handoff. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Christian Barmore with the play.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Another one for Cook. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. It's only 2 on the pickup, and it's an interesting call for them now on 4th down. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Gillette. The Bills working here. The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. This a 39-yarder. Amendola able to put it through. And that'll push their lead to 4.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Bass now to kick this away. This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. The Patriots and quarterback Drake May ready to go once more on offense. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's May. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the 1st.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
May on 1st and 10. Throw left side, complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st to 3. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. From the 46. Chased out to his right. Give him 3 on that gain. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
Trust. Kate, it is such a big part of playing the quarterback position. Yeah, you got to trust you can make the right reads in the passing game, but sometimes these little runs that just get that 1st down, it gains further equity, further trust with your play caller, and most importantly, gives you a 1st down for the offense.
Henry on the catch. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's a New England 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. May now. He completes it in traffic. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 23. He's got a man left. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Joey Sly out for the Patriots field goal try. From the left hash, about 31 yards out. Up and good from Joseph. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Back to throw it. He's going to lob one deep down the left sideline. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills leading. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw some strong work from James Cook in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Johnson with a return here. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now run by Cook. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
I don't know, Kate. I didn't think he had it, but that back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
First down, and they go right back to him. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here's 2nd and 7. Complete to Coleman. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Christian Gonzalez getting there for the tackle.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Davis up the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Shakir in motion right. First down throw for Allen. Into a crowd and, intercepted! That is Marcus Jones. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
Here's New England ready once again on offense. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. Runs into traffic and hits a wall, no gain. Ed Oliver there to make the stop. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Patriots punt team coming out with former 6th-rounder Bryce Behringer to do the honors. Kick is away, and this one might bring rain. Wow, what a kick. And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. The visitors and this running back headed back out for a new series. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Tackled by Keon White there. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Again, it's Cook. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Third and a lone yard coming up. just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
So on 4th down, on comes Sam Martin to handle the punt for the Bills. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And a fair catch made here at the 17. No return on that punt. And the Pats will take over. The New England offense running out now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Complete. It's Bourne. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
From the 39 now, after that explosive start to this drive. To the air on 1st down, May. Completed over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Going play action, May. He beams one deep right side. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Running for it with Stevenson. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Stopped for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
The Patriots have their punting unit out. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. Absolutely crushed his 1st punt, and here's another huge one. You are not going to see a better punt than that. He picked the perfect angle, and it flies out of bounds at the 1. No chance at a return. The visitors returning their offense, and this running back to the field. And he just keeps on catching passes here in the 2nd half. It seems like we're going to remember his work there from this game more than what he's done from the backfield. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Davis takes it straight ahead. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Man in motion here. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, you can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Hits him on the out route. And he gets this across the 10 before stepping out. It's a gain of 4. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10. Here's Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Here's a give to Cook. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Jelani Tavai ranging in for the stop.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Escapes the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense is energized following that stick for a loss.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more, or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
The Bills with a punt team out there. And he's going to have to hit this one from the edge of his own end zone. He broke 50 on his first punt and looks to have done the same here. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Patriots headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. They've got 1st down from the 31. May now from the gun. Escapes his grasp. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back to the air, it's May. Nice work by the back here, playing safety valve complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 47. Has him on the quick hitter. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Made a throw it. That one complete to Stevenson. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on 3rd down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
They're out now, ready to punt it. Bryce Behringer, the one to send it away. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. And this one gets out of bounds. It was pushing some distance towards the goal line, but gets out at the 5. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Allen setting up to throw. Brought in right side by Kincaid. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Christian Gonzalez getting there for the tackle.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Jelani Tavai ranging in for the stop. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Make it a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Allen setting up play action. Working the sideline, that's Coleman. And he's going to step out a yard or 2 short of the 30. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. He's on the move. Stepping up, and he's going to run. He's got to gain a 6 there. Marte Mapu, the man on the tackle.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Cook trying this one up the gut. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Allen on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st down, Allen finds Kincaid. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. This is Cook. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. 2 yards on the pickup. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
So often, one of the things you have to teach running backs at the NFL level, you don't always have to hit a home run. Especially in short yardage situations, just go get that single and move the chains.
Going to the ground again on 1st. This is ahead for about 5. Kyle Duggar holding him down. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
They send him left out of the slot. Allen now on first down. Short pass brought in. They'll have him gain about a handful there. Jelani Tavai ranging in for the stop. All right, here we go. Second down. They've got a man in motion. Here's 2nd and 5. Connection made to Coleman. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Christian Barmore with the play. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shakir sent in motion left. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's good for a Bills first down. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Bills ball. We'll see if they can hang on to this lead till the end. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. First down throw for Allen. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Shakir sent in motion left. Again, Allen to the air. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't. You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. But that's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Big moment for Tyler Bass here. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond a field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Bass now to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. Returns looking good so far. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. The Patriots offense all set to go. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Ball at the 33 for first down. Operating from the gun, here's May. Cut by Gibson. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11. And the Patriots will have a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
May on 1st and 10. Finds a man right side. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Now a give to Stevenson, coming right. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's May. Flushed out of the pocket. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. May looking to throw. Cut out left. And they bring him down around the 34. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Gibson here from the gun. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody, and maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Running it again with Gibson. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's May. Getting out to his left. Ooh, look at this, here he goes.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. The give inside to Gibson. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. He got 3 on the run. That's going to bring up 4th and 4. Trying to throw for it with May. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he drives this forward to the 6. The right call came in at the right time. Give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on 4th.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
They'll run. Gibson. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. He couldn't get anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. May now from the gun. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
You know, down here in the red zone where there's a touchdown on the line, you really want to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender. Make sure you know where that throw is going and get in position to swat it away. That is well done.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. May throwing for it. Throw is caught by the back. Pushing for it. He needs the goal line, but no! Oh, he's out of bounds short. He's not going to get there. Doesn't make the end zone. That's short, and they're going to turn it over as 4th and goal fails.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Play action now with Allen. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Now that is a potential drive killer. Defenders all over that one and kept him from getting vertical after the catch.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. They kick the running back in motion. Allen from the gun here on 3rd. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he's stopped. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a 1st down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
They'll run it with Cook. And he gets this up to the 20 before being stopped. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
From the 20 on 2nd down. He's got the hook up to Cooper. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Five men in the secondary for the Pats, 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. Escapes a defender. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Bills first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution and plays like that on first down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for second down.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Another one for Cook. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on second down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. He throws a bullet deep to the right side.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Their punter making his way out now. It'll be Sam Martin doing the honors. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. And they were giving him no chance to return this one. It soars over the sideline deep in enemy territory. Looks like right around the 8. The Patriots ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And his effectiveness hasn't been limited to what he can do with his arm this season. On that last drive, he reached a significant mark for his efforts on the ground as well. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. On first down, they'll start with Gibson. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. This is Stevenson heading right. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a New England first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
They stick with Stevenson here on first. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
They're set up at the 35 now. Stevenson with another carry. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Going play action, May. Finds him on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Patriots will have a first down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Man in motion here. First down throw for May. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 30 yards on that one. And that's a New England first down.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He brings it in. Touchdown, New England. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while, but that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Pretty important PAT here, Brock, to make it a field goal game. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Patriots push their lead to 3. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Starting from the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Foxborough. Bills trail by a field goal. 2nd and 3 now. Running back sent in motion. Setting up to pass. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Jonathan Jones makes the play. And the Patriots make the play that should win them this game.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
The Patriots running their offense out there. They run out still in possession of a 3-point lead thanks to the efforts of their defense, Brock, and now a chance to run out this clock.
And you do not want to put your defense back on the field in a tough position and needing another stand to end it. You take control of it. You make sure that defense is rested and celebrating, and hopefully you can pull out that victory formation.
Starting on the ground here with Stevenson. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. They go again with Stevenson. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Buffalo calls it 2nd time out of the half. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. 3rd and just 2 to go. Running for it with Stevenson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now the Bills use their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
2nd down, probably going to see him kneel it again here. He'll take the option to the right on 2nd down. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Moving in the right direction that time, but only 2 yards picked up, so it's 3rd and 9.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So this is a win for the Patriots. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? Or both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.
So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Patriots emerge as winners, as with that, we'll sign off from New England.